Good afternoon, Pokesports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium Series C video. Excuse me, Regulation C. It's going to take me at least 7 more videos in order to actually get that out of my repertoire. Anyway, we're running Palafin today, folks. Palafin has gotten a lot better in Regulation C simply because the Palafin stocks are on the rise with CHIEN-PAO on the field. Palafin having one of the highest base attacks in the game, having one of the highest base stats in the game for a physical attacker even, with the Mystic Water. Just does so much damage already. But now we get to add CHIEN-PAO in the mix, which lowers everyone's defenses on the field. So now Palafin is just gonna absolutely tear it up in Regulation C. At least hopefully we'll tear it up in Regulation C. Let's see how this video goes. Anyway, the rest of the team is kind of self-explanatory. We have the Flutterman because this is Regulation C. We have the Amoonguss and Arcanine just because that's one of the strongest cores in Regulation C right now. We have the Iron Hands because Iron Hands doesn't really care about the 4 new Pokemon that entered the metagame that are all dark types. Iron Hands just exists. And then by existing, it can just punch you and win the game. I've already talked a little bit about CHIEN-PAO today, but I'm excited to use it next to Palafin. I haven't done that yet in Series C, so I want to see what happens. Anyway, this team isn't my team. This team is by Scrawl, also known as Jacob Scrawl on Twitter. Does have a YouTube channel and a Twitter. Make sure to link those down below in the description. I think he got 2nd place with this. In some tournament, so it's clearly a good team that does good things. Can I do anything with it? Let's find out. If you guys are excited to see this team in action, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. With that said, let's get on through today's video. Chad over here is bringing the Iron Valiant and Roaring Moon with a Palafin and a Vivillon. Okay, Vivillon's definitely interesting, that's for sure. Okay. Fascinating. I think against this team, like, what is stopping me from doing just like Palafin and maybe an Arcanine? Kind of try to slow them down a little bit, kind of try to pressure their side of the field. Or even like a Flutterman, right? Let's just go all damage all the way. Let's go Palafin, Flutterman, bring the CHIEN-PAO in the back, and then take it home with literally all the damage our team has to offer. That's going to be the way we do it in today's video. I'm going to start off with 1 billion damage and we're going to see what happens. All right, Chad. Chad with the shoes, the slicked back hair. Vivillon and Ceruledge is going to be Chad's lead. Okay. I don't love this, but I've had a lot worse things happen. Now, I am tempted to Terrasilize here, just so I don't take 1 billion damage from Shadow Sneak. But I could also just Shadow Ball. I don't think I want to Terrasilize. What if I just Jet Punch and Shadow Ball and get rid of the Vivillon? That like might be my next option here, and I think I might do that. I might do exactly that. Yeah, because they're going to bulk up turn 1 no matter what, right? Oh, I guess they're not Rage Powdering. Nope, they're Shadow Sneaking. I'm sad. I live. Okay, nice. Oh yeah, this is a bulkier variant. Nice. That's gonna end up being very good for me. All right, nice. Getting rid of the Vivillon eliminates the Tailwind, eliminates the Rage Powder, eliminates the Friend Guard. It eliminates so much. Now, what will this Ceruledge do? The Ceruledge could still Grass Terra here. I'm glad it didn't bulk up. That's good news for me. It could also just Shadow Sneak again in case it feels pressured enough to do so because of the Fluttermane. And hey, it might. I think I'm gonna do something that I'll definitely regret later. I am going to Water Terra, Wave Crash, Ceruledge, Heart Swap, and go into CHIEN-PAO. Is that overkill? It might be. I might just be able to get away with a Jet Punch. Water Terra, Jet Punch. Nah. We're not gonna go full Palafin. We're gonna be baby Palafin with Water Terra, going for the Wave Crash. Hopefully catch my opponent off guard here. I'm starting to think I should Jet Punch because I just lowered my own defense too, and I'm against a Roaring Moon. But hopefully the Roaring Moon doesn't go for that spot. This is the face of a person that's made a big mistake. All right, Water Terra with the Palafin. Can we knock the Cerulege here? They do go for the Shadow Snake, so that's good news for me. Means they don't Terrasilize. They don't go for that spot at all. They go for the Jaw Lock. I might be able to take one. Yes, Palafin. Oh no, I can't switch now. It doesn't matter. Who needs to switch when you can just do damage on your own? Look at that, baby. Baby Dolphin. That's all I needed was Baby Dolphin. And we still have a Jet Punch in us. Iron Valiant, you will not appreciate a Jet Punch, but you could have a Shadow Snake. Do I protect? Do I bother? I do protect, I think. Yeah, I think I'll be okay. They still have a Terrasalization to use. Let's Jet Punch and let's protect here. So I think if they're gonna go for anything, it's gonna be a close combat into my CHIEN-PAO. It looks like they're not protecting, but they could still Shadow Sneak with the... Nope, they don't. Nice. Great news for me. I don't think this takes that. It does. Okay, sad. Go for the Breaking Swipe. Oh. That's a little annoying. I'm gonna lose my Dolphin. But as long as there's no priority, I get the opportunity to go back into my Flutter Mane. Now, I wasn't paying a lot of attention. They just Bloom Blast, okay. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. I don't actually know if they got the speed boost on this Roaring Moon or just the attack boost. So I'm going to play it a little safer than I usually do. Actually, no, they didn't get the speed boost because my CHIEN-PAO sped them. Oh, wait, no, I used Protect. My brain is mush. Let's just go for the Fake Out onto the Iron Valiant. And let's... Do I have Dazzling Gleam? I do, okay. Alright, so let's fake out the Valiant. Let's attempt an Ice Spinner onto Roaring Moon. Yeah, it's close. It's real close. Breaking Swipe goes next. That means I did get the speed boost. Unfortunate, but as long as nothing Terrastalizes, I think I'm okay with that. Ice Spinner. Damage. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What is left for you, my friend? Let's Volt Switch out onto the Valiant spot. Let's go for the Ice Shard. Let's call it a game. No Terrastalization could save you now. You're at 1 HP. No Breaking Swipe could save you now. You're at 1 HP. That's really good for us. And you know what? Palafin did a thing. It went with just baby mode, doing baby mode things. But you know what? Baby mode does damage. And we gotta learn to respect baby mode a lot more than we do. Okay, Moonblast is gonna connect onto me. Sad times. CHIEN-PAO is not gonna live to see the end of the game, but the hands will continue to hands. GG's, opponent. We're gonna take a game in today's video. Nice. Palafin is gonna take a game in today's video. I can't do what I did last time. I could just copy what he did and then just be like, hey, I could do that too. That's an option. It's not an awful option either. The Arcanine lead definitely did slow me up a little bit. So I do think that bringing Arcanine against him might actually be in my favor, especially if the Flutter Mane is going to be the lead. So what if I do Arcanine Flutter? Bring CHIEN-PAO and Palafin in the back. Might not have enough damage to do anything with those four, though. That's my one concern. You know what? I'm gonna change everything I just set up. I'm gonna lead Palafin, bring Amoonguss, and CHIEN-PAO in the back. We're gonna lead Palafin because I still think Palafin's the key to victory. I just have to swap into a Pokemon that, not that I won't care to lose it, I'll care less to lose it, right? Because if I just sacrifice myself turn one to and Terrastalize myself turn one, I have nothing going for me right away, and that's never a good sign. All right, Flutter Moongus this time, which is equally as scary. But I feel like I'm in a lot better shape now than I was before. That's for sure. Now they can Rage Powder though, so I do want to start to target that Among Us for sure. I might just take an opportunity to protect. Like, I have nothing to lose by protecting, I don't think. And then just going for a big Flare Blitz onto the Among Us. You can always hard swap next turn. Don't have to hard swap immediately. Water Arcanine's also very convenient going against the Palafin if I want to go down that route. All right, let's not throw turn 1. We'll see what happens when I don't throw turn 1. All right, Shadow Ball. Into the Arcanine spot this time. Does so much damage, dude. Followed by a big Flare Blitz into the Among Us. Nearly knocks the Among Us, but that's a Jet Punch away. And the Among Us won't be able to get too much done here. I still don't love that. I mean, I think that could have gone a lot better. It's no longer a Jet Punch away. And I am going to have to switch my Palafin out if I want to get the full benefit of a Palafin on the field. All right, let's go CHIEN-PAO. I'm going to hard swap into my own Among Us. There's a lot of options for me. I think Ice Shard into Among Us would be the safest. But even then, Among Us could have Protect. I feel like, actually, no, Among Us is going to Protect here. Or just swap. So what I should do is I should just go for the Ice Spinner onto the Flutter Mane. And call it a day there. Hopefully knock it down to Sash. And then next turn, just go for the Ice Shard and get rid of it. We'll see if the Among Us tries to stick around, though. Palafin, please. Do a thing in today's video. Alright, swapping out. Still didn't waste any terrestrializations on my side, which is good news. They do hard swap the Among Us. Hard freak, hard swaps. Goes into the Arcanine. Okay, as long as I can break it down to close enough to Sash, I think I'll be okay. Never mind. Well, I guess I did get the free switch for what it's worth. I can go for Rage Powder now. Man, I don't like the fact that I'm Steel Terra type. Ugh. If I go for Rage Powder, then I might just lose my life. Could also Spore Flutter Mane. That might be an option for me. Trying to find an option that doesn't result in me just getting wrecked. I'm also trying to force a Terra out, and I can't force a Terra out. All right, whatever's coming in is getting spored at least. Never mind. Whatever's coming in is getting Ice Spinnered at least. Ugh. It's always gonna live at 1, dude. These things always live at 1. Big damage, wow. All right. All right, E-Speed is still E-Speed. I might just let him have it. Like, what else can I do? I haven't knocked a single Pokemon out this whole set. All right, yeah, I think no matter what I do, I have to eliminate Among Us. But the problem is, Among Us could Protect. It's on me, Protect. I'm gonna Ghost Terra Ice Spinner, just in case they E-Speed me. They double swap, man. The Never Die Among Us. Swapping into Iron Hands this time. The 1 HP Terrestrialization just so I don't get E-Sped. Welcome to Series or Regulation C, man. Welcome to Regulation C. This also means I don't get fake outed, which is good news, I guess. Does absolutely no damage to Iron Hands. They just flare blitz the Amogus spot. Okay. I'm still so afraid. I'm trying to force the Terra so much, but I can't. Can we Spore and just throat chop the Arcanine? Stops the Snarl. If that's what they went for. Which, hey, could be. Alright, they predicted the Palafin switch, which is why I don't want to do it yet. They know it's coming. I just don't want to... I don't want to put it on the field. Oh, wait, did I actually stop the Snarl? Like, low-key? Oh, nice. Okay, I guess that works for me. Okay, mandatory sleep turn is this turn, so I can actually go into Palafin relatively safely. Just keep throat chopping the Arcanine spot. This is still not going well for me, though. Palafin is going to be my win con for the rest of the game at this point. Hands still asleep. Looks like it tried to fake out or something that went fast. Unless it has protect there. Of course, you live at 1 because everything lives at 1. Okay. CHIEN-PAO is going down. Sad times, but we'll see. Problem is I can now get E-speeded. I can now get Flare Blitzed. I should be able to live a Flare Blitz, and I do have Citrus still intact. So that is good enough news for me. I think I'm going to have to just Jet Punch twice, though. They definitely E-speed, right? So I'm going to just attempt the Pollen Puff. Not gonna do a lot of damage, but there's a Terastallization. It's gonna be the Iron Hands. Yeah. It has to be the Iron Hands. There's just so much on this team, specifically on Terastallization. You just have to save the Terastallization for the Palafin, and then Palafin cannot move. Hilarious. There's a Flare Blitz into my Amogus. One shots my Amogus, dude. Oh, that's just bad, man. That just straight one shot me. GG. I don't take this anymore. Nah, that's GG. Munga's coming back out. Yeah, there's nothing. I got nothing here. Maybe. Maybe I crit. Maybe something beautiful happens. Nah, nothing happens at all. Hands wakes up. I'm getting wild charged. GG. Oh, that's so unfortunate, man. That's a rough one. Games like that are always rough. Where you try to get something to happen, it just never ends up going through. But hey, Harfrick is a good player. GG's, bro. Oh, that's a lot of special attackers you got on one team there, Luke. Also, there's a Tailwinder that I'm a little worried about, but I think this lead is fine against Tailwind, right? I could definitely just shut that down right away. Go CHIEN-PAO, go Iron Hands. Now, with all those special attackers, what do I actually do? Don't have Snarls. Mungus doesn't want to be there. I think it's going to have to be Palafin in the back. And maybe just try to deal damage to Pokemon that do damage. I mean, I don't know what else to do. I've actually never seen a team like this. They do have a lot of interesting options for the team there. Like, they have the Chi-Yu to boost special attacks. They have the Acid Spray. They have the Flutter Mane to do 1 billion damage. So it's not going to be an easy one. But if I could stop the Tailwind, it's definitely going to be a little bit easier. Tauros and Merca are going to be the lead. Thankfully, I didn't decide to lead my Arcanine. In fact, I didn't decide to bring Arcanine at all. but seeing the Tauros in front of my Chien-Pao is not a good sign. And getting a double Intimidate on my side of the field is also not a good sign. But I think my best play is just going to be the Fake Out and the Ice Spinner. I will think about next turn when next turn happens. I could have also terrestrialized into a Ghost there. I just don't think it's necessary. I think my terrestrialization should just be saved for my other Pokemon. Heck, I think terrestrialization on Grass Terra might even be the way to go against this team. Never mind, they have a bunch of fire types. Take it back. Regardless, my goal here is to stop Tailwind. There aren't many Murkrows in the world that have they're gonna Ghost Terra, really? Turn 1? Oh no, they're gonna go for something else Terra. Excuse me? Oh. That was not on my list of things to face today, that's for sure. Fake Out did not do that much damage, but the Ice Spinner should. Beautiful. Murkrow's gone, no Tailwind's happening. But Bug? Did they predict me to Grass Terra here somewhere? No, they just CC'd. I guess they were worried about my electric moves. They crit the CC too. Okay. I'm not entirely sold on that yet. Does it get like U-turn? Does it get Mega Horn? I don't think it does. I mean, maybe Mega Horn. It does have some horns. But let's just see what my opponent goes into. I might try to... That's fine, because I know you can't terrestrialize now, right? Okay, I think I'm kind of open to just Volt switching out. And clicking Protect for now. Just keep this as a kind of basic no damage turn. They could still Tailwind now, which would be a little bit of a problem with the Hydreigon, but we'll see. No, they just Dragon Pulse. Dragon Pulse, no Draco Meteor. All right, let's Volt Switch out of the Tauros. Let's get out of here. Let's find our way onto a Pokemon that can deal with these two. Palafin? Not necessarily, but I'm gonna have to get hero form eventually, right? It's not, I can't just stay with the non-Palafin Palafin. Problem is I got a couple plays to make. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hard swap the Palafin into... I'm doing a lot of swaps here. I'm not playing with my opponent. I mean, I'm playing against my opponent, but I'm not trying to BM here. I'm just trying to put myself in a better position. Because the position that I'm currently in isn't what I want to do. Got to put the right Pokemon on the field. So in theory, if they go for just another Dragon Pulse into this Fluttermane spot, I'll be fine. And if they go for an Aqua Jet into my hands, I'll be fine. Yeah, look, I ate that for breakfast. Beautiful. Okay, so that worked out. That worked out the way that I wanted it to. So now I have the Palafin, I have the Chien-Pao in the back to do things. And I also have Sub Up if I wanted to do that as well. Then what I'm going to do is just Gleam. And Fake Out Tauros. Just use a Fake Out while I have it. Take this game nice and slow. Nice. Good damage. Big Gleam. That'll obliterate both of them. Oh, Fluttermane, baby. And all that's left is one Pokemon for my opponent. Which means that Palafin didn't really get to do much. I could change that. I can make Palafin do something. I will find a way. Chiyu's coming out. Oh, Chiyu was the last? Hello, my little fish friend. Nice to see you. Let me introduce you to Palafin and Volt Switch. I want Palafin next to Chien-Pao. I want it. I didn't get it all video. I have to change it. It has to happen. I control the narrative. Nobody else. Me. The heat wave. I eat that. Don't burn me, please. They don't burn. Here's a Volt Switch. Into the Chien-Pao. We're gonna do it, friends. We're gonna do it. And we are gonna do it with style. Get the Sword of Ruin onto the field. Water Terra. Jet Punch, Chi-Yu, Protect. And that's game. They're gonna let us. Nice. I thought they were forfeit, but they're gonna let us. Thank you, opponent. Thank you for letting me have this. Thank you for just letting me have this moment to see what it's like to play Palafin. Oh my goodness. CHIEN-PAO protects. Chi-Yu goes for no protect. Big jet punch now onto the Chi-Yu. Let's see a health bar sink so far into the ground. Oh boy, GG. A little bit of some questionable moves, some questionable terrestrializations in this last battle, but fun video nevertheless. Hopefully once the ranked ladder opens up for me in the present time, we'll get some crazy games on there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get you guys this rental code. And here you have the Palafin team for Series C, Regulation C. Thank you so much, Jacob Scrawl, for making this team public and posting it on Twitter. I had a really great time with it. Make sure to check out Jacob's stuff down below in the description as well, everybody. I think the fun thing about this team is the fact that, yes, we got to have Palafin next to CHIEN-PAO. Yes, we got to see how much damage it did. Yes, it took us the whole video to do so because most people are just aware of it and just try to stop it at all costs. But I didn't need the CHIEN-PAO all the time. Palafin was just able to just sit there, go for a Water Terra, and just do a billion damage. Or CHIEN-PAO was just able to sit there without Palafin and do a billion damage to the other side of the field. I like the amount of options that this team does have. It has a great offensive core with the Palafin, with the Flutterman, with the CHIEN-PAO, while also having a great defensive core with the Amoonguss, with the Arcanine, and with the Iron Hands. The one thing I wish that I did have here is maybe a Snorl and Arcanine, just because there were situations where I was against opposing special attackers, and I felt like the Arcanine just really wasn't able to do much, specifically to Fluttermains. Like, this set doesn't do much to Fluttermains, but I guess that's not the purpose of the Arcanine on this team. So I get it, but that's just something that I wish I would have had. Overall, the team was an absolute blast. Grab the rental code while it's out. I have no idea how long Jacob's going to keep it out for. And if you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button down below and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't.